Thank you. New question, the member from the Etobicoke North.
Thank you, Speaker. Bonjour, Annie Bourgeot. My question, Speaker, is for the Minister of Indigenous Relations and Reconciliation, the Honourable David Zimmer. Speaker, as you will know, there's a long history of treaty making between First Nations and the British Crown in Ontario, and this history actually dates back from 1701 to the present day. In fact, Ontario is unique in Canada for the number and variety of treaties between First Nations and the Crown. There are actually about 46 treaties and counting. These include land purchases across the entire province. Last week, Speaker, as you will know, Ontario celebrated Treaty Recognition Week, with events taking place all across our province that brought together Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples together to learn about our shared history. Speaker, can the Minister elaborate on the significance of Treaty Recognition Week and our government's work towards reconciliation in this area?
Thank you. Minister of Indigenous Relations and
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, treaties are the reason Canada and Ontario exist as we know them today. And all Ontarians, especially students, need to gain a better understanding of treaties. Ontario is the first province in Canada to legislate the observance of an annual Treaties Recognition Week. And during the first Recognition Week last November, we connected many Indigenous speakers with hundreds of students across Ontario through our Living Library initiative. This year, we held more than 200 events in 60 communities with 50 Indigenous speakers. And last week, I was in Whitefish First Nation to celebrate the Treaty Recognition Week with Grand Chief Madabi and Chief Shining Turtle. We launched two very, very important children's books on the history of treaties and their significance. It's through the Recognition Week that our three-year treaty strategy and government is working to build a better understanding of the significance and importance of treaties.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. It's clear that Treaty Recognition Week is, as the Minister just outlined, offering an opportunity to foster greater understanding and awareness of the importance of treaties across the province of Ontario. Raising awareness of treaties and of Indigenous histories and cultures more broadly is of great importance to this province, to this government, and to this country, particularly through educational opportunities for youth. Speaker, I know that our government believes that all students, including Indigenous and non-Indigenous students, are enriched by learning about the histories, cultures, perspectives, and contributions of First Nation, Métis, and Inuit peoples in Canada. I understand that our government is taking steps to ensure that Ontario's curriculum includes mandatory learning about residential schools and Indigenous peoples' historical and contemporary contributions. Speaker, would the Minister share with us what the government is doing about updating the curriculum in response to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's call to action?
Thank you. Minister.
Minister of Education.
Minister of Education.
Speaker. Mr. Speaker, last week I joined the Minister of Indigenous Relations and Reconciliation at Milliken Mills High School in Markham to announce our government's three-year annual investment of $5 million to support the implementation of the revised curriculum. Ontario has been working with Indigenous partners to make revisions to the curriculum that will strengthen mandatory learning on the history of residential schools, the legacy of colonialism, and the importance of treaties. We will also be investing in capacity building for teachers and supporting the development of resources that are linked to the revised curriculum. Promoting greater awareness of Indigenous histories and cultures is one of the many steps on Ontario's journey of healing and reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. Actions such as these revised curriculums reflect our government's commitment to working with Indigenous partners and rebuilding relationships based on trust and respect for First Nation, Métis, and Inuit. I want to thank the Minister of Indigenous Relations and Reconciliation for his work.
Thank you.